You've seen it 100 times. Someone is clearly wrong, but they're so sure of themselves. No hesitation, no second guessing, just confidence, rock solid and loud. And if you've ever tried to correct that person, you know what happens next. They dig in deeper. Their tone hardens. Now it's personal. Why do we do this? Why is being wrong so threatening? And what happens to a culture where certainty matters more than truth? To understand, let's go back to a man who built his philosophy on one dangerous idea. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Socrates. Socrates wasn't some guru handing out answers. He was a disruptor, asking impossible questions. He'd walk the streets of Athens confronting people who thought they had life figured out. Politicians, poets, craftsmen. He'd ask them to explain their beliefs. And one by one he'd reveal they didn't actually know what they were talking about. These weren't gotcha moments. He wasn't trying to embarrass them. He was trying to wake them up. Socrates believed the real danger wasn't ignorance. It was thinking you're not ignorant. And people hated him for it. In fact, Athens eventually executed him. His crime? Corrupting the youth by teaching them to question what they were told. For Socrates, admitting ignorance wasn't weakness. It was the beginning of wisdom. Fast forward to 17th century France. René Descartes faces a different problem. How do we know anything is real? Religion, science, politics. Everything's in chaos. So Descartes decides to burn it all down. Intellectually, at least. He says, doubt everything that can be doubted. If a belief isn't 100% solid, toss it. What's left? Just one thing. I think, therefore I am. Even if reality's an illusion, the very act of doubting proves he exists. Descartes builds truth by starting with doubt, not certainty. In an age obsessed with being right, that's revolutionary. Jump ahead to the 1990s. Psychologists David Dunning and Dunning-Kruger run a study. They discover something unsettling. The less people know, the more confident they are. That overconfidence spike is now called Mount Stupid. Meanwhile, people with real knowledge, they doubt themselves because they understand complexity, nuance, gray areas. In short, smart people sound unsure. Clueless people sound like experts. Sound like your social feed? Here's a true story. A man once robbed a bank with lemon juice on his face. He thought it made him invisible to cameras. He misunderstood a chemistry fact and was completely sure he was right. That's the Dunning-Kruger effect in action, but this goes deeper than dumb mistakes. Being wrong isn't just uncomfortable, it's threatening. Why? Because we tie our identity to our beliefs. Because we associate being right with being smart, strong, trustworthy. Because changing our mind feels like losing a part of ourselves. In a polarized world, every opinion feels like a battle line. Admitting you're wrong can feel like betraying your side. That's why people double down, not for truth, but to avoid shame, humiliation, weakness. Think about a time you realized you were wrong. How long did it take you to admit it? Here's the thing people forget. Being wrong isn't a dead end. It's a doorway. Every breakthrough in science, psychology, philosophy started with someone realizing they were wrong. Socrates knew this. Descartes knew this. Dunning and Kruger proved it. The most powerful thing you can say might be, "I don't know." Not because it's safe, because it's honest. From that space, from that humility, you get something rare. Better conversations, deeper learning, real change. Next time you feel certainty rising in your chest, pause. Ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? You might discover that's where wisdom starts. Socrates wasn't trying to destroy ideas. He was trying to rebuild them. Doubt isn't the enemy of truth. It's how we get there. You've been watching Fragments and Foundations. If this gave you something to think about, hit subscribe or share it with someone who's not afraid to question themselves. Thanks for watching.